Good day, everyone. I am Crystalmi Otagos from BSN Social Studies, and for today, I am going to discuss the goal setting theory by Edwin Locke. And this theory explains how setting clear and specific goals can motivate people to perform better. In 1968, Edwin Locke published his groundbreaking article entitled Toward Theory of Task Motivation and Incentive. So, through this work, he introduced the idea that goals are connected to motivation and performance. He also explained that the people perform better when they are given clear goals rather than a vague instructions. So when we say vague, those are mga not clearly instructions, hindi malinaw ang pagbigay ng mga instructions. This theory became very influential in psychology, education, and even in business management. For example, here, sa workplace, sabihin natin sa workplace, mas magiging productive, 'di ba, yung isang employee kapag malinaw yung goals or target. Like for example, sasabihin ng boss niya nga finish this 10 reports in this week, 'di ba? So malinaw na kaysa naman sa uh, do your best, hindi masyadong better ang pagkakasabi ng instruction. In the 1960s, Edwin Locke introduced the goal-setting theory of motivation, and this theory explained how setting goals can influence a person's behavior and performance. So according to this theory, goal setting is strongly connected to task performance. So it means na when a person has clear goals, no, they are more likely to perform better in what they are doing. So Locke also stated that specific and challenging goals, when combined with proper feedback, can lead to higher and better performance. So, in other words, the more clear and challenging the goal is, the more motivated a person becomes to achieve it. So, especially when they receive feedback on their progress. So, mas pinipili ng mga tao like na nakatanggap sila ng feedback, mas pinipili nilang tanggapin yung mga comments to become a better person para mas i-improve pa nila yung like kung meron man need na improvement para to become also a better person and have a better performance. So, in simple terms, goals give direction. No? So, they help individuals understand what needs to be done and how much effort is required in order to achieve a certain task. The willingness to work toward a goal is a major source of motivation. Specific and difficult goals lead to better task performance than vague or easy goals. So now let me explain this statement. This means that people become more motivated when they have a clear and challenging goal. So if the goal is specific, people know exactly what they need to achieve. And difficult goals naman also encourage people to work harder and improve their performance. So on the other hand, big or very easy goals usually do not motivate people because there is a little challenge or direction. For example, mas 'di ba, mas ginaganahan ang isang estudyante kapag ang goal niya ay makakuha ng 90 sa exam, kaysa sa simpleng gagalingan ko. So, mas specific kasi at mas may challenge kaya mas nag-e-effort siyang mag-review. Goals should be realistic but also challenging. If goals are too easy, motivation may decrease. If goals are impossible, people may become discouraged. Now, let me explain this statement. So, this means that the goals should be balanced. Goals must be too easy because people may lose interest and stop improving. At the same time naman, yung goals should not be impossible because people maybe feel frustrated and give up. The best goals are those that challenge people while still being achievable. Now this statement emphasizes that the importance of feedback. Feedback helps people know if they are improving or if they are still need to adjust their actions in order to reach their goals. For example, I have also an example. Now, if a student usually gets grades of 80, di ba? 80. So, it may be unrealistic. So, hindi agad nag-expect na ma-perfect yung score immediately, but setting goal to improve from 80 to 88 or more than that, realistic and motivating because achievable siya with effort and study. And dahil dyan, ma, ma, a-achieve niya yung goals because um, she or he trying to become to have a better grades. Hindi lang 80 kundi 80 above. Self-generation, value significance, and goal causation are important concepts in goal-directed action according to Binswanger. Now let me explain these concepts one by one. First is the self-generation. This means that the goals come from within the person. People create goals based on what they personally want or need. Second is value significance. This means that the goals are connected to the things that people consider important in their lives. So people become more motivated when the goal has personal meaning. Third is goal causation. This explains that goals influence a person's actions and behavior. The goals people set become the reason why they continue working hard. So overall, these concepts shows that the people are motivated not only because of mga rewards, but also because their goals are meaningful to them. For example, students also, a working student continues studying despite being tired because may personal goal siya na makatulong sa family at makapagtapos ng college. And dahil dyan, importante sa kanya ang goal niya yun and mas motivated siyang magsikap para makapagtapos ng pag-aaral despite those mga challenges kasi nga working student siya. According to Edwin Locke and Binswanger, humans have the ability to conceptualize the goals and create purposeful actions based on what they believe is important or beneficial. Now, let me explain this statement. According to Edwin Locke and Vince Wanger, people are able to think carefully about their goals before taking action. So they explain that human action are not random because people usually make decisions based on what they think will help them to achieve that specific or something important goals. And also, it explained to us na before people act, they evaluate different choices. Di ba ganun tayo? Kapag may gusto tayong gawin or naiisip gawin, iniisip natin muna. So, nag, ah, nag-evaluate tayong different choices na pagpipilian and think about the possible results or consequences kapag ginawa natin yung actions. So because of this, it helps people to guide behavior and decision making. So in simple terms, Locke and Vince Wanger, no, in explaining, uh, they believe that people become more focused and responsible when they have a purpose or goal in mind. Okay, so I will give a simple example. For example, ako, may exam tomorrow. So, mas pinipili kong mag-review instead of maglaro ng Mobile Legends, ganun, manood ng K-drama, or iba pang mga mga ginagawa na na mga ginagawa before, basta dahil alam niyang dahil mas alam kong makakatulong ito sa goal kong makapasa sa exam. According to Edwin Locke's goal-setting theory, performance is influenced by clear goals, commitment, feedback, task complexity, and effort. Now, let me explain this diagram. No? According to Edwin Locke, goals help improve a person's performance because they provide direction and motivation. The diagram shows that clear goals help people focus on what they need to do. So the diagram also explains that the commitment is important because people must stay dedicated to achieving their goals, and feedback is also necessary because it helps individuals know if they are improving or if they need to change their strategies. Another factor is task complexity. Edwin Locke explained, no? So, in-explain niya yung um, mga difficult tasks may require more time, um, skills, and planning. Lastly, yung effort. It is really important because success cannot be achieved without hard work and persistence. So overall, this diagram shows, no, that the success depends not only on talent but also on proper goals, commitment, feedback, and continuous effort. So I have also an example. Ba? So according to Locke's theory, an athlete becomes successful not only because sa kanyang talent but also because of the training, goals, discipline, feedback from coaches, and continuous practice. The first principle is clarity. Goals should be clear and understandable. A clear goal explains exactly what needs to be achieved and how success will be measured. So, yung clear goals reduce confusion and help individuals focus on their energy on the right task. For example, instead of saying mag-aaral ako mamaya, so mas effective kung sasabihin natin na magre-review ako ng 2 chapter sa history for 1 hour para ma-reduce ko na rin yung mga gagawin. The second principle is challenge. Challenging goals encourage people to work harder and improve their abilities. However, there should be balance because goals that are too difficult may create stress or frustration. So the right amount of challenge increase motivation and confidence. Okay, so halimbawa na lamang nito, kapag sumasali ang isang student sa quiz bee, so kahit nahihirapan siya, nai-enhance yung knowledge and confidence niya dahil na-challenge siyang mag-prepare. The next principle is effort. Goals required hard work and dedication. Effort is considered one of the best indicators of interest because people usually spend more time and energy on things that truly matter to them. So without effort, even the even the best goals cannot be achieved. Kung gusto mong makapasa sa board exam, kailangan consistent ka na pagre-review at mag-practice. Hindi sapat yung motivation lang. So, dapat may effort din para ma-achieve mo rin yung specific goals na inaasam mo. Now, let's come now to the fourth principle. The fourth principle is feedback. Feedback helps people understand whether they are making progress toward their goals. So, mahalaga pa rin yung feedback para malaman natin kung meron pa bang dapat ayusin or i-improve to become a better person or better performance. So, positive feedback can increase confidence, While yung mga constructive criticism naman, it helps identify areas that need to need improvement pa. So regular feedback keeps people motivated and focused. So halimbawa, if nagre-report or nagde-demo, yung mga teacher after sa demo teaching, nagkakaroon sila ng feedback or may mga comments about sa report natin. So, doon naman is malalaman natin kung ano ba yung dapat i-improve para mas maganda ang magiging next output na gagawin natin. The fifth principle is task complexity. So, this will be the last goal-setting principles. Some goals are more difficult than others, So they may require more time, skills, and planning. So complex tasks should be divided into smaller and manageable steps so that individuals do not become overwhelmed. So, for example, kung gumagawa tayo ng research paper, mas madaling matapos kapag hinahati-hati yung mga task. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga naka-assign na part para mas mabilis nating magawa or matapos yung research study niyan. So, like may gumagawa ng introduction, gathering sa data, and paggawa ng conclusion. Now, to summarize, the 5 principles of effective goal setting are clarity, challenge, effort, feedback, and task complexity. So this principle help improves motivation, focus, and performance. So when goals are properly planned and supported by effort and feedback, people become more productive and successful. Okay? So, makikita natin to. I have an example. So, makikita natin to sa school life. Di ba, kapag malinaw yung goals natin, willing tayong mag-effort, tumatanggap tayo ng feedback, at marunong tayong mag-manage ng may hirap na task, so mas mataas ang chance na magtatagumpay tayo at ma-achieve yung mga specific goals na gusto nating matupad. The major key point of Locke's theory is that specific and measurable goals lead to better performance compared to vague goals. So goals give people direction and motivation. They also help individuals to stay disciplined and focus on achieving their objectives. So SMART is an acronym that helps us create clear and effective goals. So it stands for specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, and time-based. So first is specific. This means that the goal that this means that your goal should be clear and detailed. So it answers the question what, where, and how, so there is no confusion. Second is measurable. This means your goal should have a way to track progress. So it helps you to know if you are getting closer to completing your goal. Third is assignable. So this means that goals should clearly identify who is responsible or who will do the task. Fourth is realistic. This means that the goal should be possible and achievable within the given situation or time frame. So, hindi dapat sobrang imposible. Lastly is time-based. This means that your goal should have a deadline or a specific time frame for completion. So, you to it helps you to stay focused and organized. So, overall, the SMART framework helps us to set goals that are clear, organized, and achievable within a certain time. And that is the end of my report about goal setting theory by Edwin Locke. I hope you learned something about how important goals are in improving motivation and performance. Thank you, everyone.